You're never making too little to invest and save. That's the incredible thing. Hello, my beautiful family. Welcome back to our channel. Happy Friday. It is so great to see you guys. Today, we're going to talk about business. We're going to talk about budgeting. As someone who works a 9-to-5, runs a business, and does content creation, there's a lot of budgeting and things like that, and I've learned to get pretty good at saving over the years, so I thought it would be fun to just show you guys how I budget, why I think it's fun, kind of the process I go through, and I'm going to try to make this as fun and entertaining as budgeting possibly can be. Just figured if one of you guys are wondering, how in the heck do I save money? Or how the heck do I juggle all of this? How in the heck does a content creator save money? All these things. Well, here we go. And if you hear any weird noises, the fridge and ice maker they wanted to show up for the show. So, anywho, if you're new, hello, my name is Peyton. I am so happy you're here. We talk about Jesus on here. We talk about business, life. We have vlogs. We just have fun over here, and we're glad you're here. If you'd like to join the family, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you never miss an upload. Okay, budgeting. Yeah. A savings account was never something I imagined I would love having, because there's this weird mind game that happens and you save money and part of you feels like, oh my gosh, I have no money. And the other part of you feels like, oh my gosh, I am so proud of us. We have saved so much. My thing is, I'm just gonna tell you right now, I wish I started saving earlier and just got smarter with my money earlier. So, if you're young, if you're watching this and you're like still in high school, oh my gosh, maybe you're in middle school, start saving. You're literally never too young. I'm literally gonna teach my kids to save when they're young. Anywho, it's important. I've learned it's very, very important to make sure you're kind of keeping track of what's coming in, what's coming out, what you get monthly from your jobs, because that's really going to help you understand and visualize what you're saving. Because first of all, when you have a credit card, as some of you probably know, it's very easy to overspend versus back when you just used your debit card for everything, that just subtracts and you're like, oh my gosh, I only have $10. So the process of understanding like, oh, I just spent $100 here, $50 there, like understanding like the flow of what goes in, what goes out is super, super helpful. When I set up my budget sheet, when I go to sit down and create a budget for the month, I take into account what usually comes in. So your paychecks that you usually get and you can rely on, I put in my income slot. And then the very first thing that I take out is tithing as a way to give back for the money that God provided to me. So I have a whole separate tithing savings account where I save up anything to send to charities, maybe to buy coffee for a friend, just any money that you want to give out of the goodness of your heart that you don't get anything back in return. So that's your tithing. Secondly, I write down any bills you have, whether that's rent, groceries, insurance, all that good stuff. Take and set all that aside in your calculations. After that, really, it just comes down to whatever savings accounts you have. Like, I have quite a few different ones, and I've learned over the years, it's a lot easier to save if you have a savings account that's like a priority versus just 10 different ones that you're just putting stuff into. So if maybe you're saving for a house one day, or maybe you're saving for a Vegas trip that is in like 4 months or something. That can be one of your priority accounts that you're gonna put a majority or like the first lump into, and then the rest of the money you have left over kind of trickles into the others. You're never making too little to invest and save. That's the incredible thing. Even if you put $5 a week or $20 a month into an account, over time that's gonna grow. And it's so, so cool. And let me just tell you guys, it is such an incredible feeling to say like, wow, we did that. We saved $10,000 for this purpose. It is so cool to have that. Also, a very, very important thing to have is an emergency account, so that literally no matter what happens, that you're covered and you have that extra money. Maybe you get a flat tire or you need your car serviced. That's not going to freak you out because you have that emergency fund to cover that. So that's also very important. If you're sitting here and you have no savings account started at all, I would just recommend starting an emergency account and putting however much you're able to put into until you can get that up to like a nice amount. Maybe for some of you, $1,000 is a perfect emergency account. Maybe some of you it's $10,000, but starting that emergency account will be so, so good for you guys. One tip that helped me starting out to budget and to create savings accounts was to create a visual tracker. So I was trying to get my savings account up to $1,000. My very first savings account, I was trying to get it up to $1,000, and I created this bar graph, or it was this chart that I could fill in at every single like marker. Like I would get it to $100, mark that off, $200, mark that off. And with that visual, it gets you so excited and you're like, yes, I get to go mark that off. So if you guys are having a hard time saving or being motivated to save, create those things for yourself. Or maybe start out small, like I'm gonna save $400 to go on this weekend trip. When you start to do small savings accounts or like small goals, it's gonna start getting you excited to save, and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I love saving. Like, I'm not gonna spend my money, I wanna save for that. And it just makes you feel so proud, so, so proud. And when you're saving, when you're budgeting, when you're doing all these things, like the money stress, it goes away. And recently, so I try my absolute hardest to get my credit card at $0 at the start of every single month. Some months it happens, some months it doesn't. But this month I'm finally at $0, and I'm like, I'm not buying anything unless it's absolutely necessary, unless it's to keep me alive or it's whatever. We're gonna keep that as low as possible. And it's like a personal goal to be like, I'm gonna do good with my money this time. I just feel like we don't talk about money and all that jazz enough. So let me know if these tips helped you. If you want more in depth or whatever, please let me know. I love creating videos that you guys actually want to see. I was just like, I love saving right now and all of that good stuff. So I figured showing you guys would be just a fun time. But I love you guys, and I will see you on Sunday.